Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to unbox a brand new 4th generation Apple TV. Now I have the older Apple TV sitting right next to it so we can look at the difference between the two. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Comes in this nice black box. And it has the Apple TV logo right there on the front in kind of a matte format, which is kind of cool. And then you open it up like so. And inside we have the Apple TV itself, the remote. Oop, there it is. And we also have a little get started guide, which we'll take a look at. And of course a lightning cable. And I think that's it. There's something else in here as well. Of course the power plug. There we go. And that's all there is to it. So the Apple TV doesn't come with a lot of items, just these items we see here. So let's take a look at the differences between the remotes. So the old Apple TV remote was silver and the new one is all black. And supposedly this area over here is a touch surface that you can actually move and do some clicking around, whereas in the old one, all you could do is kind of click around and not do too much besides that. So this remote is really awesome for the new versions. As you'll also see, there's a microphone here, and that's because it has Siri Remote capabilities. So you can actually tell the Apple TV to search for a movie or for something else. You can also see this is the new home button, and of course there's a new volume control which wasn't on there before. So that's pretty cool. Also, you'll note that the microphone is right here. That's what that little item is, and this is to recharge it. In these cases, we would have put a battery in. In these cases, we're going to charge it from a lightning cable. So let's take a look at the difference in sizing. The old Apple TV is definitely smaller than the new one. And let's take an opening of this and it has this little extra little tab here that has the Apple logo on it, which is nice. It's a very pretty piece, I have to say. And then of course we're going to unwrap this over here as well. It kind of just goes right around. There we go. And it's a very shiny piece. It's just a beautiful piece of technology and so small it obviously fits in your hand. Let's take a look at the back of the two Apple TVs and see what's changed. So they both have their power cables. They both have HDMI, though the newer version has HDMI 1.4. They also have both USB, mini USB availability over there. But notice the optical audio is gone, but they still have the Ethernet cable. So it pretty much has some new capabilities. So some of the new capabilities I found out about the Apple TV is that this one has Dolby 1.7 and this one has Dolby 1.5. So what does that really mean? It means that if you have 7 speakers, you're going to notice the difference, and if you don't, you probably won't notice the difference, because the difference between the two as far as sound requires a different kind of speaker setup. So that's one of the things. So the 3rd generation has Dolby 5.1, the new one has 7.1. The 4th generation Apple TV also adds on 802.11 AC Wi-Fi support. The older ones did not have that particular one. There's also a glass surface on the remote. So let's go open up that remote and see what the glass surface is like and how it feels. Yeah, it's a pretty nice smooth surface for you to move your finger around on. And it also has a clickable, you can feel that clicking over there. So it is a kind of nice feel in your hand. One of the other features on this Apple TV that are really cool is the ability to do some gaming and the Bluetooth controller. So they sell a SteelSeries Nimbus wireless gaming controller for $49 on the Apple Store. And I'll leave all these links in the comments area, so if you want to check them out, you can. But the coolest thing that I saw was that the Apple TV comes with a Guitar Hero game controller. It's called Guitar Hero Live. It's $99. And basically, you can play Guitar Hero on this with that game controller. So the apps and the games that are available now in this Apple TV that wasn't available in this Apple TV is that you kind of like have an app store now for games. And a couple of my friends who actually bought the Apple TV and started playing with it said the games are costing about $6.99 and under, so they're not even that expensive. And then you have this ability of this remote, which actually can view your motion to actually use it, which is really, really cool. So for those of you who like gaming, this would be the first time you'd ever have something like this. Another item that's really cool is the availability of Bluetooth on these. So what does that really mean to you? Well, basically, if you have a Bluetooth set of headphones, you can now hook it up to the Apple TV. Now, why would that be cool? Well, if you have a snoring husband or a roommate who makes a lot of noise, or somebody studying in the room and you want to be able to put on your headphones and not listen, and also have them not listen to the movies that you're watching, you can use this wireless Bluetooth headphone. So imagine you have your TV on, your Apple TV's hooked up, you got your wireless headphones. It's really, really cool. And so that's probably one of the nicest features that they have. Now they're selling a Bluetooth 4.0, which is what's compatible with this Apple TV, for a Beats Solo. If you like the Beats headphones, they're selling for $299 if you want some really fancy ones. They also have a new music, which is basically the same thing as what you've had before, but they combined the radio in there to make stations and whatnot. So it should be some new interfaces. So anyway, the new Apple TV is the same size as pretty much the old one. If you stack them together, you can actually see they're pretty much the same size, but the width is a little bit different. The items on the back are a little different. The remote's rechargeable now, and the gaming and Bluetooth features are really cool. So I'll keep you updated and let you know how these Apple TVs are working in the real world. And just to end up, of course, they always give you the fine Apple logo in there. So that's pretty cool. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you do buy an Apple TV and you like it, let me know, because I'd love to hear what you're getting attached to these that actually work. So if you enjoyed the video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of Mac tips on things like how to mirror your Apple TV to your computer, and also how to mirror it to your phones and iPads as well. So hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great weekend.